Welcome to Furry Physics Teacher. Today we will solve another physics problem. Please like, share, and subscribe. This problem solving is on the topic of momentum. Let us have a short review of what is momentum. Linear momentum is called mass in motion. In equation form, it is given by the product of mass and velocity. And based from this equation, you can see that the direction of the momentum is the same as the direction of the velocity. Here, m is the mass in kilogram and v is the velocity in meter per second. Again, its direction is the same as the direction of the velocity, and the unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second. In this animated GIF, you can see how momentum varies with velocity. The faster the moving object, the object will have more momentum. Next is we have the impulse momentum theorem. The theorem states that the impulse acting on a system is equal to the change in momentum of the system. Impulse J is equal to the change in momentum, delta P, of the system, and that is equal to the net force times the elapsed time. So here, impulse is equal to the change in momentum, and that is equal to final momentum minus the initial momentum. And you can see in this equation here that impulse J has the same direction as the change in momentum and also the net force acting on the system. Now also from the equation, you can see that impulse will have the same unit as momentum, and that is equal to kilogram meter per second. And again, the direction of impulse is the same as the direction of the net force and the same as the direction of the change in momentum. A child bounces a 100-gram super ball on the sidewalk. The velocity of the super ball changes from 10 meters per second downward to 10 meters per second upward. If the contact time with the sidewalk is 0.1 seconds, what is the magnitude of the force between the sidewalk and the super ball? Now, let us identify the given in this particular problem. You're given the contact time between the sidewalk and the ball, that is 0.1 seconds. You're given the mass of the ball, that is 100 grams, which is equivalent to 0.10 kilograms. Now, the initial velocity is negative 10 meters per second. It's negative because the direction is downward. And the final velocity is positive meter per second, positive 10 meters per second. It's positive because the velocity is now upward. So how do we find the magnitude of the force between the sidewalk and the super ball? Based from the given information, we can use the relationship between the change in momentum and the net force. And that is from the impulse momentum theorem. So we have here the change in momentum, delta P, is equal to the net force times the contact time or the elapsed time. Now, let us find the change in momentum of the ball. So the change in momentum is equal to the net force times the elapsed time or the contact time, substituting the given information that we have. So the change in momentum is equal to the mass, which is 0.1 kilogram, times the quantity Vf is positive 10 minus the initial velocity, which is negative 10. Hence, we can solve for the change in momentum. The change in momentum of the super ball is 2 kilogram meter per second. Now we get the change in momentum based from the given information in the problem. So that's 2 kilogram meter per second. Solving for the net force from this equation here, the net force is equal to the change in momentum divided by the contact time or the elapsed time. Substituting the given values, we will obtain the net force, and the net force is equal to 20 newtons. Now, since the change in momentum is positive, it means that the change in momentum of the ball is upward. And since the change in momentum is upward, and the direction of the change in momentum is the same as the direction of the net force, hence, the net force acting on the system of containing the ball and the sidewalk is 20 newtons upward. Thank you for watching Fairy Physics Teacher. If you think this video helped you, please like, share, and subscribe.